everybody, welcome back to the wheelhouse. Captain Eric here, and we are on our way on a rainy day. We got the anchors up. I didn't really do a video last night. Maybe I should have. Anyways, when we anchor at that particular anchorage, we generally put out 2 anchors because the current will shift with the tides.
Heading 233 magnetic.
And then what happens is your boat swings around from one side to the other of the anchor. However, when you're in a narrow channel, the last thing you want is for your boat to be swinging and for you to end up in the weeds or where you shouldn't be and get yourself all fouled up. So we put out 2 anchors to keep ourselves in line. We have an anchor at our stern and one at the bow, and then that keeps us from moving around in the anchorage. It also allows other boats to be able to get through the channel more easily, without having to maneuver around you.
New heading 244 magnetic.
So, anyways, that's what we did. Had a good night's sleep, pretty good night's. Pretty much a good night's sleep anyways, and we got up this morning and it was raining, so lo and behold, one of my windshield wipers decided not to work, so I had to repair that first thing this morning in the rain. And
258 magnetic.
And then we pulled up the anchor. That was a challenge and a half, but we got it done. We got it pulled up. Pulled up both anchors, and then Commodore Karen drove the boat while I was getting all the deck cleared up with the extra anchor and everything else that was out. So just to give you an idea of what we have for anchors, we've got the original anchor that came with Tropical Horizons, which is a 75-pound CQR, and then we've got the anchor that I added to Tropical Horizons when we bought her, after we bought her, which is a 110-pound Rockna. So the CQR we use basically as a spare anchor, and the Rockna is our primary anchor. It's a Rockna Vulcan. For the most part, it does a great job. We don't. The only time we get into issues where it drags are if we get into a spot where the holding's bad to start with. So you get into soft mud because there's so many people that have been anchoring in that location that the mud's all stirred up and basically nothing will hold you. The Rockna will drag a bit, and then well, hard coral. If the bottom's been scoured and it's just rock that's down there, just a slab of limestone or a coral that's down there, basically there's nothing that'll hold you down. So at that point what happens is your chain is acting more as your anchor than the anchor is. So you put out you drop the anchor down as a weight to weigh down where you start pulling your chain back, and then it's the weight of all that chain on the ground that actually holds the boat in place. So in our case, we've actually got 200 feet of chain on board for our main road, and then we've got a secondary road that's got about 100 feet of chain plus some line on it. So we've got an abundance of chain and tackle.
149 magnetic.
Just making a turn here, so I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. There's not much point turning the camera around to showing you the Waccamaw here because all you're going to see is droplets in front of us. As it clears up, I'll put the camera out and
Arrived at waypoint.
everybody can have, you guys can have a look at what we're seeing here. But otherwise, it's a pretty gray day here on the Waccamaw. Waccamaw. You gotta remember, you gotta say it like you got a mouthful of marbles. Waccamaw. Waccamaw. Anyways, besides that, it's actually nice and calm today. Not too much wind, so.
Arrived at waypoint.
And we're riding the tide out, so we're getting a good push, which is nice. And hopefully by the time we get to an inlet, we'll get a push the other way and get a push going back up. So who knows? We'll see. All right, that's about all I got for now. I'll log off and check back with you further from the wheelhouse out. Hey everybody, Captain Eric here again, and we're still motoring on here. We're just making our way off of the Waccamaw River and into Winyaw Bay. And then after that we'll be turning up towards the Santee River. So we're almost at the end of our trip for today. Tomorrow is looking like it's going to be our big jump day, which will put us Saturday morning into Florida, into the Amelia River in Florida, which we'll both be happy to be into Florida. It's always, this particular jump is always one that tends to get a little rough, so it's calm seas are predicted. We're going to take advantage of that and make a jump and get out there. We're going to run into a little bit of patchy weather just off the coast of Georgia, but then it calms back down again, and so we'll just push on and get in there. Get Tropical Horizons all cleaned up, get laundry done, go into town, check out a few things in town. We'll stay there for a couple of nights, and then we'll start making our way. We'll reprovision with water and make our way back down the into Florida, towards Moorhaven, and we'll probably do most of that without ever staying at a marina. So we'll be at anchorages pretty much the whole time down. We just about did that last year, but we did stop at a marina on one night because we had friends who were over at that marina, and they wanted us to stop in for a visit, so we stopped in for a visit with them, watched a rocket launch. That was really cool. And then they were in Melbourne, and we actually had a nice meal at a restaurant downtown Melbourne. Melbourne's a pretty cool little place. We actually really liked it. And their marina is real close to the downtown area. The only problem is that we're a little big for that marina. They had to put us out on their fuel dock, so we arrived late in the evening to be on that fuel dock, so we wouldn't take up their entire fuel dock all day long. But it's not a marina we'd be able to stay at for much more than one night. They're going to want us gone so they can use their fuel dock again. Anyways, so here we go, coming into Winyaw Bay, and off of the beautiful Waccamaw River. It is a pretty river. It's not something you get to see a lot, with all the cypress trees and the Spanish moss hanging from the trees. It is quite picturesque. So yes, I'll give it that. Swamp cabbage flowing in the river. It's a special little place, and there's all sorts of little places you can actually anchor in that river. Yeah, we enjoy the Waccamaw. Anyways, I'll sign off for now and turn the camera around. It looks like it's stopped raining. I'm not getting any more drops on my windshield here, so you'll be able to see maybe a clear picture of Winyaw Bay. All right, from the Wheelhouse House.
Drink another beer. Throw it all away. Throw it all. Throw it all. Still standing alone, talking to but she's not here, so I drink another beer. Show it all away. Show it all. What's that? It's Mary or my wish. ship is. What a gift for a kiss. But she's not here, so I drink another beer. Show it all away. Show it all. But she's, so I drink another beer. Show it all away. Show it all away. Let the guitar show it all away. But she's not here, so I drink another beer. Show it all away.
Hey everybody, Captain Eric here, and we have arrived at the South Santee River. Today was a pretty wet and rainy day. It's stopped raining now. It's just overcast and cloudy, and the anchorage is very calm. Last time we were here it was blowing like stink, but this time it's nice and calm. We've shut down for the day, and we are just going to sit back and relax. Yesterday when we got into the Prince Creek anchorage, it was after a fairly long... Now I got something in my eye. There we go. It was after a fairly long day, a 50-mile day. I mean, that's kind of an average day for us anyways, but a lot of winding around and all that good stuff. Bridges to have opened up. And then there was the whole anchoring thing. It's not easy to do a 2-anchor setup with this boat. It is doable, and we do it, but it's not easy to do. It's actually pretty difficult to do. It's just as difficult to take it all up. It took us probably close to an hour before we had both anchors retrieved. So there's these little biting flies here. Anyways, well, Tank's up front now. Tank's looking for dolphins. As I said that, he looks back at me. He did see some dolphins today, so it was a fun day for him today. But I think he's entertained by some of these birds, these terns that are diving for fish right now. I think that's entertaining him. Anyways, we had a good day, good moving day today. Actually, not a whole lot of traffic on the water due to the weather. We move quite easily in the rain. It doesn't tend to bother us that much, simply because we are inside a pilot house. So, and I did have to repair one of our windshield wipers, but that's fixed now. So that's all good to go for the next time it rains, probably tomorrow. And we're gonna double check on the weather, and I don't know how much of a sunset we're gonna get tonight. It's pretty overcast here. But here, why don't I walk out now before I forget to do it later, or I'm just too tired to do it later. Walk out now. Alright, here you go. This is the South Santee River. There's another sailboat that's anchored there. We've anchored nice and far enough away from them. And there you go, you just saw a bird, just one of those terns just turn around and plop in the water there. So here you go. And there's actually two anchorages here. The ICW cuts the river in half. So you got the north anchorage, which is where there's a boat way off in the distance there. That's at the north anchorage. And then we are in the south anchorage. And there are no seams here. So I think we might get out our thermocells and turn those on. Oddly enough, you know, take a look up there. It looks like it's trying to clear up. So, who knows, maybe we will get a nice sunset tonight. But here you go, and the ocean is actually not very far from here. Believe it or not, that's just beyond that tree line. But we're in the South Santee River, and the last time we were here, a year ago, I guess, last year, we just found this absolutely beautiful and picturesque and loved it, and now we're back again. So that's it for now. I will, depending on, I'll try and get a sunset tonight or something anyways. And but that's about it. We're going to sign off right now and enjoy the rest of our day here. And we'll catch up with you tomorrow. So tomorrow is, the plan is the big day, the big jump, and 200-mile run. That'll be roughly 28 hours, almost 30 hours again. So it'll be another long one. But once we're done that, we're in Florida, and then we're basically a week away from where we're going to keep the boat for a month or so, and go to our house in Florida, and then from there we'll visit family up north in Canada. I gotta go and I gotta find a way to get back to my truck and pick up my truck and drive down with the truck, and then we'll do a couple of projects on the boat, do some projects at the house, and go from there. Alright, well, that's it for now. I'll check in with you later and let everybody know what our plans are going to be for tomorrow. From the Wheelhouse out. Hey everybody, Captain Eric here, and welcome back to the Wheelhouse. I did tell you I'd be updating you with some news on what we're going to be doing, and we are going to be making our offshore run tomorrow. So we're going to get as much rest as we can tonight, just kind of relax and chill out. And then tomorrow we'll be making the run on the inside towards Charleston, and then from Charleston we'll jump outside all the way down to the Amelia River, Fernandina, and we'll hit Fernandina Saturday early, well, mid-morning, hopefully around there. And then we've got a reservation at a marina on Amelia Island for Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday we'll start our run down the Florida coast. We'll be running on the inside, not the outside, but we'll be running down Florida to Moorhaven, so probably about another week's worth of running in that direction, and then we'll be done. We'll be done our run from Canada, Trenton, Ontario, all the way down to the middle of Florida, Central Florida, in Moorhaven. Anyways, that's what we're going to do. I said if there was a sunset, I'd show you a sunset. So look at what's starting up behind me here. The skies are starting to clear up, and we got a blue sky there. And there you go. It's as pretty as can be. It's moments like this that make the whole thing worth it. It's a crazy lifestyle, folks, but these little moments are what rewards you. Anyways, that's about it for now. From the wheelhouse out.